Listen, y'all, this situation going on with Charlie Kirk and all of this mess has really, really started to hit the fan. There are over 100 teachers that may not be eligible to teach after their posts were investigated. Let's get into it. So I was on Twitter, excuse me, X, and I saw this post from Greg Abbott. Now, Greg Abbott is the governor of Texas, and this is what he was sharing. He said the Texas Education Agency is investigating Texas teachers whose actions called for or incite violence following the Charlie Kirk assassination. Those educators, more than 100, will have their teacher certifications suspended and be ineligible to teach in a public school. So what he was doing was sharing this update from Cameron Abrams, who is a reporter out of Texas. And basically what he was doing was sharing this from the commissioner, saying that while all educators are held to a high standard of professionalism, there is a difference between comments made in poor taste and those that call for and incite further violence, the latter of which is clearly unacceptable. T's Educator Investigations Division has already begun its review, and I will be recommending to the State Board for Educator Certification that such individuals have their certifications suspended and be rendered ineligible to teach in a Texas public school. Okay, so here's the thing. With all this going on, I see Gregory Abbott, again, the governor, sharing this, saying, basically fuck around and find out. This is the girl that got arrested for getting in people's faces the other day while they were at a rally for Charlie Kirk. And I did think that she was out of pocket, but whatever, she got arrested. And I'm going to say this, there's a lot of respectability politics going on, because even though I'm not a fan of George Floyd, not only did Charlie Kirk, but a lot of his constituents literally mocked his death, made a mockery of it. I'm not going to say that they incited violence, but they definitely laughed at it, right? And I'm not saying that either side is right for doing it. I'm just saying what's good for the goose is good for the gander, in my opinion. But my opinion don't really matter. But what does matter is that these people are going to shut a lot of teachers down. They had them go and not only investigate this, but before we even get into the investigation part, they were openly calling for people to check the social media of teachers, educators, people that they could actually affect. And there's a website out there dedicated to doxing, harassing, and stalking people who are putting out anti Charlie Kirk content. Like, people are literally losing their livelihoods over this shit. And I don't know when it's going to end, but 100 teachers, over 100 teachers are likely going to lose their jobs. Now, I know that there's an ethics clause when you are a teacher. If you know anything about that or you are a teacher, please definitely comment below and let me know from a bipartisan position. Is that true? What do you think about that? Do you think that educators should be inciting violence, even though it is, they believe it's their right to say these things? And I guess FAFO, right? But I think it's getting too far out of hand. And I think it's so easy to profile Black people and have the world be fine with it, that we definitely need to be careful how we're conducting ourselves during this time. Anyway, let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. I just wanted to let y'all know this shit is crazy. Be safe out there, express yourself, but do it smart. Don't put your job and your livelihood on the line. If you're going to protest, make sure you get a permit to do so. You can't just show up and start going in. Anyway, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. This situation is getting out of hand. It's so crazy, and I just don't want anybody else to get hurt. All right. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. I'll be back a little bit later. Bye.